Test. I think we got our microphone going. Think we're going live. Think we are working now. Everything's great. That's not the song, by the way. We do start with a song. Welcome to Love Morning. It is a chance to connect, to turn our attitudes up, to remember that if you can kind of start your day in the direction of gratitude, connection, kindness, who knows what magic is in store for you? Well, I'll tell you what. It starts with this. If you're here and this is happening, then this is a part of this day. And what day would not be considered magical with this connection that we've got right now? It almost makes me want to sing a song. Well, let's do that. Let's make one up right now, we're gonna sing a song. Doom, 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 doom. I wish you knew the lyrics and could sing along. Doom, 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 doom. But we make it up on the spot. And that's not really how it... Pauses in the song are too long, and there's no one who can sing along. We share our gratitude now and get that attitude now. Man, I felt like I was doing so good. Oh well. Good morning. Welcome to Love Morning. I am Halcyon. Having trouble with frame rate? That's interesting. Don't know why, but good morning. Good morning, Etoile. Aloha. And good morning, Brent. Good morning, Faith. If you are here, say hello. Hi, Faith. Faith is grateful today for a new mobility scooter. Rode 8 miles today in the sun and by the ocean. Love from Key West. Yay, beautiful. Thanks for sharing, Faith. You know, I am noticing, can you see a little white spot on my head? I'm not sure if the resolution is good enough that you can see. This is the spot where I almost killed myself on the way to the burn this year, and I smashed into the open door of the Hugmobile when I was trying to add air in my tires and took a divot out of my forehead. So the scar treatment did make it so it's not red, but I do have a divot that shows up when the light hits it just right. Oh, there it is. I don't think I have good bandwidth right now because I'm getting all these error messages. Bummer. Well, if you can hear me and see me, then we are in for a treat. And if you can hear me and you're grateful for anything, type of 1. I'm grateful that I've got bandwidth. I'm grateful that I've got a wonderful pet. Whoa. I even just tried to run a speed test and it said, looks like internet speed test is experiencing high demand. I've never seen that before. No, I got some serious bandwidth. Okay, I don't know what's going on. I don't know. I can't explain it. Good morning, Betsy. Oh, I am grateful for you as well. What a treat to get to start the day with a little Betsy. Betsy, if you, and anyone, if you have links of things that you do in the world that you want to share with us, it's always nice to know, especially if it's something that might be relevant to people who are the kind of people that show up for a Love Morning. Betsy has a Power Affirmation Journal. She's on Insight Timer. Definitely get a little Betsy in your day. And Ladybug is here as well. Good morning. And Stephen, good morning. Ladybug is grateful today for all the things, including the sun that is encouraging me to practice rope suspension outdoors in nature today. Rope suspension outdoor in nature is not on my list for today, so it makes me so excited to hear someone's gratitude for something that is not a part of my life. That's why I love group gratitude sharing. I can be sympathetically joyful for you. In fact, I just read a quote today where the Dalai Lama used the term sympathetic joy. Maybe that's where I got it. Betsy reminded me to remind you, Stay Sparked, the podcast. The last episode is about travel, and it is available on wherever you get your podcast. Stay Sparked. We're recording another episode today about socializing and some ideas of how to meet people and connect with people. especially when there are aspects of social anxiety or different pieces of interactions that could be difficult, which is, I didn't even think about it. I wanted to share something that happened to me yesterday. Good morning, Jennifer. Jennifer is grateful to be going to a Mexico cruise in March. Yay. And Lisa's here. Lisa, oops. No. Don't. Lisa is grateful. I just got tickets to a concert I'm really looking forward to. Nico Moon. I'm grateful for catching Love Morning. I'm grateful that we're sharing this. Thank you. Ladybug is grateful for compersion. Yes, I understand that. Bill, hello. Bill was asking this morning if he said I love you and anyone say it back. And I'll say, Bill, I love you. Bill's sending hello from Cleveland. Grateful for warmer weather, the airy breeze, the opportunity laid in front of you to change the world. It's a beautiful glass. Well, spoiler alert, you are changing the world with every motion. Ripples. Hello, ripple, 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 ripple. Gosh darn it, ripple, ripple, ripple. Ripple, 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 ripple. Let me help you, ripple, 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 ripple. So you cannot help it. So you are changing the world. Now the question is, with what tone and vibration do we want to change the world? Betsy is grateful for love. Jennifer is grateful for Stay Sparked. Oh, I'm so glad you've heard our podcast. Oh, thank you. Leave a review if you can. And I don't want to, tell you what to say, but if you say it's the greatest podcast of all time, no, that wouldn't be very authentic. There's a lot of good podcasts. But if you leave a review, it does help it show up. Etoile is excited to come to Love Zoom and then lead yoga and then meet up as I'm buying your hubby a new cabinet. Shh. Okay, I'll be quiet. We won't tell him. I love the kind of things that get people excited. There was a woman in gratitude yesterday who was so excited about the rug that she got, like on Facebook Marketplace, and it was, it was a beautiful old carpet, like a Persian rug type thing. And just to see how excited she was. And I love that. Kind of like grateful to see you so excited about the cabinet. Oh, a cabinet. It's kind of like when you're a kid and you get underwear for Christmas and you're like, fuck. And then you're a grown up and you're like, oh man, these socks are awesome. Thank you. Oh boy, I am feeling so happy to be here with you, beautiful people. Thank you for saying hello and for sharing your gratitude. Ooh, we got a Cleveland connection in effect. All right, let's see. I was going to share the story. Okay, so Ladybug, who was just here, invited me to go to the secret concert where you don't know who's playing, but it's a small venue, and the whole idea is that you really focus on the artist. So it's not a bar, people aren't talking. When the musicians are playing, you give them attention and you really ingest the experience. So it was, so there's, to take a step back, I do not have the easiest weekend in terms of my mental place. I think I did a good job of being aware of it. My first Saturdays was challenging. It actually wasn't challenging. I struggled. It's almost like there's sometimes when like this thing bad happened, therefore I'm feeling bad because of it. And there's sometimes when you're just like, I just don't feel right. And sometimes I don't feel right. And I would use the term fragile. And I've been in some discussions lately about what does that mean? It means like I don't have my foundation. And so little things, and so for Saturdays, I got frustrated and I was like, don't speak this feeling you're having because it has nothing to do with the people who are trying to help, So I was fragile, went to this concert, and like if it was a colder possibility, I would have worn a beanie because it takes a little bit of, or sometimes a lot of anchoring and strength for me to walk the world with a bright pink hair. And if I feel weak, it almost like invites a negativity. I sometimes describe it as like, you know, an aluminum can. A new aluminum can that you can put a ton of weight on the top of an aluminum can, but if you just put like one little dent into it, it has no strength. And I feel like that's how we can be in the world when we feel strong, like boom, boom, boom. But when you have a little thing, just like makes you collapse. At least that is my experience. And so I was a little like, okay, we're going to a concert. And we know, I know this floor seating. So we walk in, there's a lot of people there. Not a lot. I mean, the whole venue probably sat 40 people, 50 people. I don't know. So we walk in and they're like, anywhere on the blankets is fine. And I brought some cushions. And so Ladybug, I kind of like, I get nervous. I don't know where to sit down. I get the same feeling I get when I go to a yoga class. I don't know where to put my mat. I'm like, is that going to be too close? Am I too close to them? Am I blocking their view? Am I going to be like, I don't want everyone looking at me during the class because I don't know what I'm doing. Again, I'm aware of these things. To me, the toughest stretch in a yoga class is the mental stuff of like that. Okay, so this is the same feeling I'm having. And so Ladybug sits us kind of in the front row. And I'm like looking forward. And I feel like everyone's looking at me. Which, if I am a strong aluminum can, I'm like, yeah. Hi, everyone. I'm a love ambassador. Hello. But yesterday I was kind of like, and I turned to Ladybug. I'm like, look, I might leave before this is over. And so, I'm going to leave you the bag so you can put our cushions in it in case I don't come back, but I just like, I don't know if I can stick it out for a full concert, like I'm already feeling like this paralysis feeling. So then they say, can you guys move closer together? Okay. And so we kind of scoot over and Ladybug asked the woman, oh, can you still see? And the woman's like, I can see fine. I was a little worried because he's tall. And I'm like, oh, crap. Now I'm the tall guy in the front row. And I'm going to think for this entire show that there are people who like can't see around my pink hair. I'm like, so I go, I can't remember exactly what I said, but I was not like, hey, Ladybug, you know what? I think I would feel more comfortable if we could move back, maybe against the wall, but what I said, I think, was more like, I need to move. Like, maybe there's something by the wall. And so we stood up, grabbed our cushions, and found a place that was kind of the last row of the floor. So the people behind us were in a chair. And I felt so much better. And then I was like really ashamed and embarrassed. I was like, fuck, dude, like still, like, I'm secure in myself. I love myself. I shouldn't fucking freak out like that. And I was embarrassed. And I didn't get it at the time, but Ladybug said, because I was down on myself, and I knew I was I knew that I was in that mental state where I was, if I had a choice in two good and bad, I was always picking bad. And self-judgment, and I'm not, so I was aware of that still. But she said, I think that was a victory. I don't know the wording, paraphrasing. I was too stirred up to remember exactly, but it was something like, you recognized your feeling and you were able to take an action and take care of yourself. And I got so caught up in the fact that I had the feeling, and so that was the shame. And then, I kept sitting with what she said, and the more I was thinking, I'm like, if I get frustrated every time I have the feeling, I'm doomed. Like I'll never, because I can't. Well, I don't know if I can, but that's the victory has to be in recognizing the feeling and doing something about it. That is a healthy response. Now, is a healthy response me meditating or calming myself and able to enjoy the front row? Maybe, but that's not where I'm at, and maybe never. I may never be that. At least not when I'm, in my weakened state. So I'm grateful today for the visit to the dojo. And Ladybug had mentioned that it was like there's different levels of dojo. And I was thinking, I felt like I ran away from the dojo because I needed to leave. But now I'm not so sure that's true. I think that me moving was the move. That was the practice. In the same way, I remember hearing a Zen master asking his students, if you're meditating and they're doing construction above you, what do you do? And the first student says, I would turn on music and try to overcome the sound, and I would, dial in and focus on the other sounds beyond the construction. And the teacher's like, goes to the next student, what would you do? And he said, I would just get so centered that I was able to just hear my breath, and I would be able to tune out all the sounds of construction. And he goes, okay. And the third student says, I would walk down the street to the park and go meditate there. And the master goes, yes, good answer. So I yesterday went to the park instead of dealing with my mind construction. So what a difference a day makes to process something. And as Ladybug mentioned to me, you are now building up trust in your system, and your system will now knows that when it can communicate with you, you will listen. And the more you build up that relationship, the easier and the quicker you can respond to it. So even though I have been on a self-growth path for a very long time, this listening to my body is something that is still very new to me. So I have to acknowledge that. So that was my anxiety battle yesterday, and how exciting that I get to process it and have this space to share and process with you. I find that so healthy, and I really appreciate the support. And how exciting that I get to go and record a podcast episode in a matter of, 30 minutes. And we're going to talk about socializing and anxiety. And so I'll try not to take up the whole show telling my story. So maybe it's good that I got out of the way. I know we can talk about other stuff. But so thank you. I'm glad you're here. This is Love Morning. We're going to have a hug in just a moment. Thank you for anyone who popped in. Betsy's saying this is like a morning mental health vitamin. Ooh, I'm going to use that on my promo material. Yes, I'm flyering everywhere saying, love mornings. But if I do a flyer, I'm putting that on it. Chris, good morning. Chris saying, I am a dented aluminum can today. Yeah, I feel it. But it's like this process to me, I feel way stronger just going through and sharing with you. So I'm so grateful for this part of my practice. In fact, for Saturdays, when I was all worked up, I got my car and I was just trying to calm my shit down. And first thing I did before I even drove home was I did a Facebook Live, because this process can sometimes be so grounding for me. I'm grateful that we're sharing this, Chris. Thank you, Ladybug. Christopher, good morning. Thank you. Growth is just around the corner. Ooh, what did I get today on this thing? It said, I have this I Am app. Oh, let's see. Yeah, let's see. I don't know if it's going to keep going. Oh, well. It said every discomfort in your day is the voice of an angel whispering in your ear saying, grow. Isn't that great? Oh, so wherever you are in this moment, let's give ourselves a hug and feel me holding you as you hold me. Let's feel ourselves connected, recognizing this human journey is a wacky one and it's got wins and losses, and overall it's just a big crazy ride, and you got to ride it out sometimes. Sometimes you have no idea if you're in retreat or advance. So let's just give ourselves some self-compassion, some forgiveness, some recognition that we are all interconnected and we're all changing the world with everything we do. So let's make it in the direction of kindness, compassion, and gratitude as we take a deep breath in and squeeze one another. On behalf of Grandpa Caleb and all of you beautiful love ambassadors, thank you for being here for this love morning and being a part of Hug Nation. I love you. Now we can go take this vibe we've created and distribute it, carrying this energy of gratitude, connection, and kindness into the world. I love you. Thank you. Hi, Crystal. Good morning. And hi, Trish. Oh, good to see you. Enjoy your days and go check out Stay Sparked and Gratuitous Boobs. If you want to laugh, we recorded a Porky's episode this weekend that is now live. Gratuitous Boobs and Stay Sparked, the two podcasts that you should be listening to on your drive for growth and laughter. Bye.